Hello. All right. Okay. I know a lot of y'all probably saying, "Oh shit, Calvin is live." Pardon my language, but I normally don't go live. But I'm going live for a reason, and the reason I am going live is right now because I want to talk to people out there who are really hustlers. Hustlers. Okay. This is for people who are who want to make money, who want to make a shitload of money. And this is for people who are real hustlers and real entrepreneurs and real small business owners. And I know a lot of y'all say, well, yeah, I've been hustling, I've been doing this, I've been making money, but you ain't doing shit. I mean, let's just be honest. On the grand scale of things, you ain't doing shit. I ain't doing shit on the grand scale of things. Now, I'm going to keep this real. I'm going to keep this as real as I can keep it right now because there are a lot of people out there who claim that they want to make money and claim that they want to start their own business and claim they want to do this and want to do that, and they claim they're hustling, but really they ain't doing this. They really ain't doing nothing, okay? Hustling on a large scale, and the only way to accomplish that on a large scale is you have to create numbers. You have to create a cohesive group of people all working towards the same goal. And when you have that, then you have what's called clout. And you have what's called collective bargaining. Until you create that, you ain't doing jack squat. Okay? Let's be real about it. Until you create collective bargaining, you ain't doing jack squat. Now, what do I mean by collective bargaining? And those of you out there who know what I'm talking about, you'll agree with me. And those of you who don't, then the hell with you because you ain't trying to do shit no way. I mean, that's just the way it is. All right? Collective bargaining is when you gather enough people together and they pool their resources and you become so valuable to an organization, particularly a financial institution like a bank, Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, something like that. And your numbers are so large and your resources are so great and your pool is so good that they cannot afford to not have you in their organization. And they'll do whatever it takes to make sure that you all are comfortable and you have what you need. Now, how do we accomplish this? We accomplish this by forming a cohesive group. Okay? I'm going to present something to y'all. It's called The 100 Strong. I know y'all probably seen some stuff on Facebook about it, some stuff that I put up here and there. But The 100 Strong, basically what it is this. The title is just what it says, 100 Strong. And it could be 1,000, it could be 10,000. But it's the 100 Strong because it symbolizes the unity of small business owners, entrepreneurs, hustlers, anybody who wants to further their business and get what they want. Because I know, as well a lot of you all know, when you go out and you try to get a small business loan or you try to get funding for your business, you run into all these different roadblocks. You get all these hoops you got to jump through. You got all these people you got to submit these loans applications to, and they want to check your credit, they want to check your background, they want to check your income, they want to see if you've been in business for at least 3 or 4 years, all this stuff you got to do. But I'm here to tell you that's not necessary. There are people who are getting around that every single day, and I'm gonna tell you who they are. Okay, Jewish people, they band together. Now, and I'm not trying to separate races or anything. I'm just giving you the example. Jewish people, they band together. They lump all their resources together, and when they ask for something, they get it. Okay? The perfect example is Japanese. Do you know that when you do business with one Japanese firm, or if you go to some type of bidding process to bid for a government contract, or to bid for this, or to bid for anything, if there's a Japanese businessman in the building, pack your shit and leave, because you ain't going to get it. He going to get that motherfucking bid. You know why? Because when you're competing against one Japanese, you're competing with the entire country of Japan. Every corporation in Japan, they're all banded together and they all back each other. So before they go and bid on anything, before they come to the United States to try and get a housing contract or try and get some type of contract to where they have to bid on it, before they do that, they consult with their conglomerate. Okay, they consult with a larger group that every business in Japan is backing them. And they basically say, okay, go get that. Here's a blank check. Whatever you got to do to go get it, you go get it. And guess what? They're going to get it. So if you're in any type of bidding process, any type of process where you're bidding for a contract and everything, if there's a Japanese businessman in the room, pack your shit and leave, because you ain't gonna get that. Why? Because they stick together and they know how to band together. They know how to get what the hell they want. Now we can do the same thing, and I'm not talking about any one race. I'm talking about small business owners. Anybody who owns a small business, anybody who wants to own a small business, anybody who is an entrepreneur. If you are a hustler, you can get what you want if we band together. And it's not hard to do. I'm going to show you just how simple it is. If we went to, let's say, Chase Bank or Wells Fargo or just any old bank or credit union or whatever the case may be. We all went to a credit union and we have, let's say, 100 businesses, 100 business owners. Okay, small businesses. You can be a lawn care service. You can be a trucking company. You can be a hair salon. You can be the lady that fixed the shrimp dinners in her house. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We all get together, right, and we form a group called the 100 Strong Corporation. Okay, so you got all these separate businesses, but we all are on this one group. We all are in this one business. We all are part of this one company, the 100 Strong. Okay, the 100 Strong gets together. Now, here's the deal. The 100 Strong gets together, and we open up a bank account with Chase Bank, Florida Federal Credit Union, whatever it is. We open up a bank account. All right, you have this one company that opens up a bank account. We all pool our resources. Okay, if we went out and if you got 100 businesses and you all each 100 businesses or 100 individuals, and we went out and had a fundraiser and we all had fish fries or whatever the fundraiser is, each one of us come up with $1,000, because it's easier for us to raise money when you're doing it separately, or it's harder to do it when you're doing it just by yourself. Because if you're trying to raise $100,000 or $1 million or whatever the case may be, it's almost impossible to do that by yourself. But as a group, it's something different. And this is what the Japanese, Jewish people, Asians, even the Mexicans, they've all figured that shit out. Us, nah, we want to be on our own. What the hell for? You ain't gonna get shit on your own. You gotta band together. If you band together and you have a fundraiser as a group, each one of us is putting on our own little fundraiser, but the goal is only to raise $1,000. If you got, let me tell you something, if you got 1,000 people in a group or 1,000 businesses in a group, individuals, and they all go out and set out to raise $1,000, you got 30 days to put on your fundraisers, whatever it is, and you raise $1,000. Hell, you can go out there and wash cars and come up with $1,000. You can go out there and cook goddamn hot dogs. Take your food stamp card, go buy a bunch of hot dogs and meat, put it together, sell it. You can come up with $1,000. Easy, easy. But if you got 1,000 people doing that, coming up with $1,000, what do you have? You have $1 million. That's right. You have $1 million. 1,000 people each raising $1,000 each. That's $1 million. Now, if you take that $1 million and you put it into a bank account like a Chase Bank, okay, under one group, the 100 Strong Corporation, okay, then you become very valuable to who? Chase Bank. Now, if you did this twice a year, that's $2 million a year that you're depositing into Chase Bank. This is money you're not going to touch. And I'm telling you why you're not going to touch it. Because every year you're putting $2 million in. You're only doing a fundraiser twice a year. It takes you 30 days to do a fundraiser. Each one of us raises $1,000. All of a sudden, you got $1 million damn dollars that's going into Chase Bank or Florida Commerce Credit Union or whatever the case may be. Now, because you have that much money in Chase Bank, and they know that you can put these fundraisers on every year, twice a year, and you're going to be depositing $2 million every year that you're with Chase Bank, guess what? Chase Bank is going to bend ass over backwards to make sure you got what you need. So here's what you all need to understand. Once you do this, you become so valuable as a collective unit. This is called collective bargaining. Once you do that, and you become so valuable as a collective unit that Chase Bank will do what? They will grant you what? Lines of credit for every member of your group. So if the 100 Strong is a member of Chase Bank, and you have 1,000 other businesses who are all members of the 100 Strong, and each one of those members, each one of those businesses open up a business account with Chase Bank. Okay, so now you got 1,000 business accounts with Chase Bank, with the 100 Strong being 10% owners of each one of those businesses. So that means 100 Strong is on 1,000 business accounts or 100 business accounts or whatever it is that your collection is. So you got one company that is on all those accounts. You following me? You got one company that is now an account holder because they're part of all these businesses. They're a 10% partner with these businesses. All these businesses, they're all on all those accounts. And each one of those businesses have an account with Chase Bank. So when one of those businesses need what? A $50,000 loan? Who's going to go ask for it? The 100 Strong is going to go ask for it. Why? Because Chase Bank, oh man, 100 Strong, they got 1,000, they own 1,000 accounts, or they own 100 accounts. They've also got $2 million in our bank. You think they're going to say no to giving us that $50,000? Hell no. They're going to give it up, and they're going to give it up gladly. Okay? So now, anytime one of our members of the 100 Strong needs money, you don't have to go to an outside source and beg for money. You have to go and beg for money from a lender or a private investor thing. Get your money from your bank, because your bank is not going to say no to you, because why? We have collective bargaining and you're valuable to them. Not only that, they would give us lines of credit, $100,000, $200,000 line of credit. If we've got $2 million in the bank, they're going to give us a $250,000 line of credit, easy. We can even demand that, okay, every member of the 100 Strong, for each account that they have, they all get a $10,000 line of credit off rip when they join. Why? Because the 100 Strong has $2 million in Chase bank account, and they deposit $2 million every year. You understand how that works? Collective bargaining is a mother. And until you understand that, as a hustler, as a business person, as an entrepreneur, you ain't doing jack shit until you understand that. You ain't making no headway. You ain't making no gains. You're going to always struggle because you're so dead set on doing it by yourself and got this crab mentality, this crab in a bucket mentality, that you don't want the next person to move up above you, so you can try to pull them down. Until we get rid of that crab in a bucket mentality, you ain't going no damn where. So you can you can rant and rave and holler and showboat and floss, whatever you want to call it, and claim you doing this and you claim you doing that. But I know and you know you ain't doing jack shit because you're not part of a collective unit. And until you become part of a collective unit, you ain't gonna never do jack shit. Okay? Now, I rarely go live, so you all don't usually see me in this mode, but this is important. This is important because I'm at the age right now where I'm on the other side of 50, which means I've got less time here on this planet than I've had on this planet. And that creates what's called a sense of urgency. And my urgency right now is to create a legacy. Not a legacy for myself, not a legacy for my family or anything like that, to create a legacy to lead to a group, to a large number of people. And the legacy that I know that and the thing that I'm good at, the thing that I know I'm good at, the thing that I know I'm the absolute best at, is making sense of puzzles and being able to start a business from nothing and make it work. That's what I'm good at. But I tell you, as good as I am at that, I can't make that happen to the level I want to make it happen by myself. And no one can. No one can. Yeah, there's one or two people here and there that may become very successful on their own, but they're defying the odds. The odds are that you're not going to make it on your own if you stay on your own. So here's my challenge to you. I put something out there called The 100 Strong. When you see it being shared, click on it, join it. Okay? Now, how easy is it to join this and to make this happen? It's not that hard at all. All we've got to do is make a commitment, join it, join together, make a commitment, and move forward. We put on a fundraiser. Each one of us put on a fundraiser. Each one of us come up with $1,000. We deposit that money into a central bank account. Once we deposit that money into a central bank account, then everybody else joins that bank account, join the same account, join the same bank, not the same account, but join the same bank. And you have all these multiple accounts with the 100 Strong being on each account, because the 100 Strong is 10% business owner with all the other bank accounts. And that's what creates your collective bargaining power, because you're all connected through the 100 Strong. So if you're tired of not getting what you want as a business owner, or if you're tired of just running in circles, begging for pocket change, can't meet your obligations to your vendors, or whatever the case may be, if you're tired of struggling like that, you need to get on board. You need to wake up and get on board. Now, I know I got a lot of people just listening in and not saying anything, and that's great, because I want you to listen, because I want you to know that this is serious and this is real. So, but that's all I wanted to come on here and say, because, you know, I'm in this to win it, and I know that if you all are serious about your business, if you're serious about hustling, if you're serious about making that almighty dollar, then you take heed to what I'm saying. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Y'all have a good night.